building. Got to talk about something today. I know I've been gone for a minute, baby, but we getting it back on this channel. You know, everything going back straight for me. Got a lot to talk about, Mr. Bomac. Bomac McIntyre is out. You know what I'm saying? He home, baby. You know, he got I think like it's with a 2-year sentence. Something about whether if he get in trouble in the UK, then he will have to go to jail or do that time over there if he get in trouble again with the UK. But as of right now, Bomac is home. So all the Terrence Crawford, Bomac haters, yeah, it's going back down. He will have a trainer soon. It will be going down. So, I'm on here today to talk about that and a little bit more. I also watched the highlights of Leigh versus Josh Warrington. Didn't want to talk about that, because these are not, real highlighted names in boxing. But I still wanted to talk about the fight because I like how Leigh composed himself in that fight. Josh Warrington was coming out there very hard, very tough in the first earlier rounds, doing what was necessary in the fight to try to win. But unfortunately, I feel like he tired himself out. He was doing too much. He wasn't composed at all. I see he's more of a boxer, puncher, brawler. He didn't use a jab, didn't create any distance. And Leigh stayed composed the entire fight, even with the fouls, punching behind the head from Josh Warrington. He came out, caught him with that right hook, and that was all that happened for him, And if I ain't mistaken, Leigh switched stances. I think this was a featherweight fight, so I would love to see, Leigh or, Gary Russell Jr. loves to talk about, these fights and who he'll beat up and this, that, and the other. So if he's at featherweight, I'd love to see, Leigh versus, Gary Russell Jr. Flip Cool Tank, the face of pro boxing. No, Tank is not the face of pro boxing. And to talk about that, him and his team, which I don't understand if Leonard Ellaby or Mayweather and them still has something to do with Tank's career, but the way they come across it seems like it. But Bob Arum, was talking to the public. It's on Fight Hype when he was saying, he want to see, Shakur Stevenson fight Tank Davis, and they're talking about the Frank Martin situation, how Frank Martin backed out the fight. So, a lot of stuff is going to be coming soon. I just made a video recently about the fact that Shakur Stevenson, contract will be up with Top Rank next year. And now that we know that Bob Arum is not the fault of these fights not happening, is Al Heyman, I think he should stay over there with Top Rank. Top Rank has made him a 2-time world champion in 2 different divisions, a unified champ. So I think he should stay right over there with Top Rank and keep his career moving. As we all know, as they was talking about in that video, Showtime saying they would no longer deal with boxing. That could be the reason that we're getting so many Showtime pay-per-view fights, because they are almost done with, boxing as we've all heard. But much more to talk about in the sport of boxing as well. But I really like that Leigh fight. I didn't catch it this weekend. I checked it out, and dude is a small fighter. They both lost to Laura. I think that Leigh came back and got his redemption from that loss, and I like to see Leigh some more. I think the last fight he was in, if I ain't mistaken, it was a highlighted fight for him as well. The Laura fight, and you see him coming back. That's why you need to show fighter support. Both of them have 3 losses. But, you can't hold a fighter down, from taking a loss. Just like, Tevin Farmer. A lot of people, when you talk about Tevin Farmer, especially when it comes to Mr. Rehydration Clause, Tank Davis, they love to say, look at his losses. But evidently, you don't know nothing about Tevin Farmer, because those losses happened early in his career. Since then, the man became an animal. Tevin Farmer, besides Canelo, I think is one of the only fighters recently that fought like 5 times in 1 year. And I'm waiting for Tevin Farmer to come back as well. But, Mayweather Promotions, I hope they're not, well, they might as well still be a part of Tank's career, because Tank still ain't going to give us the fights that we want to see. But you could clearly see by Leonard Ellaby saying, Top Rank got a lot of good fighters in these stable and it's more easier to make fights there and this, that, and the other. They basically saying, we don't want to see Shakur Stevenson at all. We don't want no fight with Shakur Stevenson. Make y'all fights with top-ranked fighters. And this is the problem that I have with Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, of course, by Bomac being out, a lot of people, was counting out the fact that, well, a lot of people acted like Bomac was the person that beat up Errol Spence. I don't know why. What Terrence Crawford gonna do with Bomac gone and this, that, and other. Even though Terrence Crawford has 2 assistant trainers, I don't know why. For some reason, people felt like Bomac was the one who beat Errol Spence. Well, now he's back out. Training will go as usual. Bud will still be the same fighter. But the question is, where is your boy Errol Spence? We ain't heard nothing from him. He activated his rematch clause and ain't nothing going on. So, shout out to Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Not a hater of Errol Spence. Went out on his shield. We also got to talk about the video I made where Terrence Crawford has, put Canelo on blast about the fact that he was willing to fight Errol Spence at 160. But when it comes to Terrence, there's no fight. We see no future in fighting Terrence Crawford. Me, myself, I think that Terrence Crawford is a dangerous fighter. I'm a little worried about the fact of him considering moving up that far. But I just watched a video on Fight Hype with a heavyweight named Torres Taylor. And he was saying how strong Terrence Crawford was. He put him in a headlock. They were wrestling. And, strength has nothing to do with boxing. But we're not talking about an average boxer when we're talking about Terrence Crawford. And I think we all know that now. But let me see what the people out here on. Shout out to everybody. Sleepless. Flip Cool. Thank you for tuning in. Tevin grinding his way back. Yeah, I see him on Instagram. He's doing a lot of training. I just can't wait till he come back and see what's up. He's going to be campaigning at 135. Hopefully, Tank will give him the opportunity that he didn't give him years ago. A lot of people ran with the fact of the public talking about Tevin Farmer got these losses and this and that. The same thing with Canelo Alvarez saying that Demetrius Andrade was a horrible fighter. Well, if they're so horrible, why won't you guys get in the ring with them and give them the opportunity to fight you? If they're so horrible, give them the same opportunity you give lesser opponents. The Hugo Ruizes and 48-year-old Gamboas. But when it comes to a fighter who's up in age, got skills, and which I tell y'all all the time, Tevin Farmer is, and besides Tyson Fury, right now and Shakur Stevenson is like 3 of the most defensive fighters in the game right now to me. That's just my opinion of it. But very happy to see Bomac out. Nobody, I wish nobody jail time, especially if you ain't committed no bad crimes like murder, stuff like that. Happy this man is home, back to the, regular routine, putting Bud where he need to be. And hopefully we'll get this rematch soon, even though we don't need a rematch, but whatever floats their boat for Errol Spence Jr. We got Charlo, poor Charlo. He's no longer a lion. He's came out to the public. He's a lion. He's this and that. And he get into a fight with Canelo Alvarez and back down. We'll see what's next for him. Hopefully we get a Tim Tszyu fight. Hopefully we get a Tim Tszyu fight soon. Or we get the which Terrence Crawford said he don't even want no parts of, Charlo no more from what he went out there and did, just gave up in the fight. He looked horrible. I wonder why Canelo didn't say he looked horrible, but he was willing to fight Charlo 2 divisions down. But, we still got Regis Pogres. We got Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin Santos coming up. Navarrete versus Robson Conceição. I told y'all I'm rocking with Conceição. When I predict, I be right. I told y'all Mario Barrios was gonna beat Yugas. I didn't really know about Lubin versus Ramos. I still haven't seen that fight. For some reason, Showtime does not like to upload footage of fights on YouTube, and I hate that. Oh yes, it's official, Brian. Bryce, it's November 25th. Benavidez versus Andrade. And y'all know I'm rolling with my boy Demetrius Andrade all the way. Respect to the Mexican monster, but I just think this is Andrade's time to come out and show the public, what he's capable of. And I think Demetrius Andrade is going to pull it off. My only worry is the age difference. Uh, Benavidez is a younger fighter, so he gonna bring that youth into it as an advantage. But I think Demetrius Andrade's skills will, take over that fight. And I'm going for my boy Demetrius Andrade in that one. We also got Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis. I don't want to go against Devin Haney, but Regis Prograis is my favorite fighter. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna watch tape and I'm gonna break it down to y'all the best way, because over here y'all win money when you mess with easy work. I don't just report the sport of boxing to y'all, you know what I'm saying? I give you pointers on how to win money and who the best fighter at that time. So I will look into that fight for y'all. Like I said, if y'all want me to or make videos about certain fights, then let me know. I've been buying them loose. Hey, they loose up there. Loose. So y'all could let me know how y'all feel about that fight, and I can give you my prediction on that. But I will check it out, y'all, and I will be checking out a lot of other fights. I don't know what had to happen around here. They just have to come when I'm doing my videos. Any other time it be quiet as hell. Like now when I'm doing my videos, they want to come do this. The youth, the height, volume of David are issues. Can't wait for Haney and Prograis fight. And those two talking about hurting each other, Haney and Prograis. Now when you talk smack to Regis Prograis, you gotta bring it. I seen what he did to one of them Mayweather fighters. I can't think of his name. He was 17-0. Went out there and spanked the dude like he was his stepdaddy, y'all. Went out there and did him bad. So, I want to see what's going to happen in that situation. And, we got Shakur Edwin Santos, which is going to be a good fight. That guy's not coming to lay down. I'm telling y'all, be looking out for that fight. I'm even worried for Shakur Stevenson a little bit in that situation. But I really want to know if Leonard Ellerby still has some type of control with Tank. They say he left Mayweather Promotions, and the way his career going, still fighting, fighters. We finally got one, Ryan Garcia, even though it was a rehydration clause and stuff like that. But it's time for Tank to move on up the ladder, man. They talking about giving him titles, super titles, for no reason, with no good opponents to go against. And I don't think he deserves to get that. When I say Tank is not the face of boxing, it's simply because he haven't given us an opponent to say he is the face of boxing. And I'm talking about an opponent without stipulations in a contract. That's not being, the number one or the face of boxing, in my opinion. I don't understand that, and I don't roll with that like that. What's up with you, Tony? I'm all right, man. I just don't see it like that. But yet a lot of people, want to go with the flow of what Tank is doing. And in my opinion, those are not real boxing fans. Those are casual fans. But I look forward to see, these future fights coming up. We know they got Tyson Fury versus, Tyson Fury, rather, I don't want to talk about Ngannou, but he's going to be fighting Usyk. Me personally, I feel like you can't melt Usyk down and pull him on Tyson Fury. A lot of people talking about the angles and this and that. Tyson Fury, in my opinion, is going to beat the hell out of Usyk. It's going to be an easy fight for Tyson. Tyson Fury is not a standstill fighter. He's not just going to be there in Usyk's face for him to, do the Lomachenko heavyweight style on him. He's going to be moving around, boxing, and doing what he does best. So I'm very thankful that Tyson Fury finally, has accepted this fight, because we all been waiting on one undisputed, heavyweight champion. And I've told people years ago that Tyson Fury was going to be that. And I feel that. Tank versus T.O. Tank will lose to T.O. Tank will lose to T.O. T.O. in well condition, not coming off no injury or nothing like that. And I'm not discrediting Tank, because Tank a badass. Tank a badass. I don't just like to go in on him like that. He just make me mad with the competition and how he's running his career. But those two will be a great fight. And I think Teofimo Lopez will come out on top. I can't go against Teofimo Lopez no more. You know, Josh Taylor wasn't no pushover. He went at the head man at 140. You know, even though you could talk about the fact that he, you know, lost to Josh Calleron, it was a decision made where Josh Taylor won. You know, Josh Taylor at that time was still the number one at, you know, 140. You know, and also we got Richardson Hitchens, you know, Riley Romero. We got, who else at 140? Riley Romero, Jose Ramirez, you know, and Ryan Garcia is on his way back with a good opponent, Duarte. You know, I like the way I watched his highlights. It looked like that guy, you know, he got one loss. So, you know, I think this is a good valued opponent for Ryan Garcia to come back out and, you know, display his so-called new skills on. But I don't believe he learned anything over there with, you know, the so-called trainer of the year, Derrick James. And that's just my opinion of it. Salute to you, Larry. Thank you. The boxer fans, not boxing fans. Yeah, a lot of these are not boxing fans. They bromance fans. You know, they act like they want to go on dates with these boxers instead of seeing, you know, good competition and good fights. And, you know, when you talk about it, they become mad and angry at you. But, you know, that's just how it go. Taylor Reeves and Tio were all hot, cold fighters who had rights and bad, good fights and bad, good nights and bad ones. Yeah, you know, that's going to go in the sport of boxing. A lot of people complain about Regis Prograis' last fight, but, you know, he was at home, you know, in Louisiana, and, you know, he said, you know, it frustrated him, you know, had him off his game a little bit, but we're going to see what's going to happen December the 9th. And also Floyd Mayweather, for some reason, wants to fight on that night on Devin Haney's card. I don't know why Floyd Mayweather can't pick other dates besides trying to fight on other people's dates. To me, that's very disrespectful. You know, you always say you want to see these young guys prosper and you want to see them do great, but then every time you turn around, Floyd Mayweather is picking a date of another fighter. You know, Floyd Mayweather can sell on any day at any time, you know, if he was fighting a valued opponent. But going out and trying to take views away from young fighters that you say you support, I don't like that. You know, I don't like that at all. But, you know, everybody got something to say. You know, everybody got their opinion, you know. Yeah, T.O. has a great resume. You know, I think T.O. is not even 20-0 yet. And look at the caliber of opponents that he fights. His resume kills Gervonta Tank Davis' resume. I think everybody knows that. I think if you don't know that, then you should stop watching boxing because you're not a real fan. Tank's resume can't stand near Teofimo Lopez. What's up with your free mind? How you doing? Bryce P. I see Dimitri River back in the ring soon. He is an incredible fighter. Yeah, I want to see him versus Beterbiev. You know, a lot of people are counting him out against Beterbiev. I think that his style, I think that Bivol shows no fear in the ring. He's a smart fighter. You know, as you seen against Canelo, straight puncher. You know, I think he has what it takes to be the person to beat Beterbiev. But as we all know, Beterbiev is a knockout artist. So he gonna have to be very careful. You know, this is not Canelo Alvarez. But I will say that to me, well, I'll say their skill level is about the same, Beterbiev and Canelo. They mostly depend on their power. You know, they're not elite boxers. And I think that Bill will be able to pull it off against Beterbiev, in my opinion. You know, that's just me. You know, take nothing away from Beterbiev. You know, he held, you know, unstoppable force in the sport of boxing. But I just think that Beterbiev has what it takes. He has the confidence to go out there and beat, you know, Bivol, has the confidence to go out there and beat Beterbiev, in my opinion. I think he boxes circles around Beterbiev. I do too, but, you know, a lot of people look at power and they don't understand that, you know, you can have all the power in the world, but if you throw in the shot that don't land, it don't mean nothing. You know, and Bivol creates distance. He can box. So, you know, I think he'll give his just due in the ring that night. They are both Russian. How were they allowed to fight? I mean, I don't understand. I don't know what you mean by they both rush and how they're allowed to fight. I mean, they're boxers. You know, at the end of the day, it's prize fighting, and fights. You know, people fight for money. So, if you know whatever promotional company they're both under, you know, I'm sure that they. I think, yeah, I'm sure they'll want to make money. So, you know, this is a big upcoming fight. So, whether they Russians or not, you know, I think they would want to. People would want to, you know, see those fights. So it needs to be made. That needs to be made, you know, but we still waiting on Gervonta Tank Davis, Mr. Rehydration Clause, to decide when he gonna fight again. I guess he can't find an easy opponent that quick. You know how he do. You know, like I was saying, they basically, you know, pushing Shakur Stevenson to the side. Tell Bob Arum that Bob Arum got enough fighters at top rank for him to focus on his in-house fights. No, everybody is not like y'all, Floyd Mayweather and PBC. That everybody don't want in-house fights. You know, y'all say it's prize fight. We don't have to wait 5 years to see Tank fight a Shakur Stevenson or a Devin Haney or the list of other 135 pounders that can possibly give Tank a hell of a fight. But, you know, we'll see what's up with Tank in the future, you know. I was hearing he might. We already know that that's his next possibility. Isaac Cruz. I don't know what for. Tank fought Isaac Cruz with an injured hand. That's why Tank, after the fight, when they asked him, "Do you think Isaac Cruz deserves a rematch?" Tank said, "Hell no," because he already knew I beat this guy with one hand. Why would I give him a rematch? And his trainer, Cuddy, you know, said it after the fight. You know, my guy fought this guy with an injured hand. You know what I'm saying? When it was backlashing Tank about his performance because he didn't get a knockout against Isaac Cruz. But, you know, I just tell the truth, man. If I was somebody who really hated Tank or wanted to bash Tank, I'd get on here and say, yo, Isaac Cruz was whooping him up. If that wasn't the case. I told y'all, you know, no matter how I feel about a fighter, I'm going to get on here and I'm going to tell y'all the truth. You know, I'm not one of them guys. I'm not a biased channel. I'm going to tell you how it is. And that's just what I do, man. Because if they win, they have to send a portion of the money to Russia and the world and the world ban Russian athletes. Well, I don't think that's fair. You know, if I'm going out there fighting, you know, that's my money. You know, I don't know how Russia, you know, I'm unfamiliar with what you're saying, Ricardo. You know, but at the end of the day, if I'm going out there risking my life in the ring, that's my money. That's my family money. You know, it's not my fault my country is at war. You know, Better Beef and Billboard are not out there, you know, causing them to go to war. So I don't think a portion of my money needs to go nowhere. I think it needs to stay at home with my family like it's supposed to. But, you know, you never know the politics or what's going on. I'm not Russian, so I don't know. But, we shall see what's going on with that, you know, and in the future. But what's y'all opinion on Shakur Stevenson? Do y'all think he should stay with Top Rank or should he move on elsewhere? I told y'all recently in my video that I think he should stay with Top Rank. Top Rank has, you know, elevated Shakur Stevenson. His skills, himself and his skills have got him to become a known fighter. Even though a lot of fighters don't want to get in the ring with him, you know, Top Rank has made him a champion, a unified champion. So I don't want to see him go anywhere else. I don't like the Zone. The Zone does not advertise fights. You find out about the Zone fights from, you know, watching them when they come on a Saturday. You know, I didn't like the way they was doing Demetrius Andrade over there, even though he was getting paid. But at the same time, if you're not going to advertise my fights, you know, what's the point of me being over there? You know, people gonna duck Shakur no matter what. Yeah, and it's a lot of people saying that they are sick and tired of hearing that Shakur Stevenson, you know, is saying people are out there ducking him. Well, you know, I think the proof is in the pudding. We just had Frank Martin run from him. You know, Bob Arum was talking about that in the Fight Hype video where they was willing to pay him, you know, whatever was necessary for him to get in the ring. And he backed out of it. Said he was making 7, 8 times more than he ever made. And now all of a sudden you just gonna back out the fight, you know. So we all know that Shakur Stevenson is a threat. We all know that Bud is a threat. We all know that Demetrius Andrade is a threat. These are, in my opinion, are the real three boogeymen in boxing right now. And nobody wants to step up to the plate and give them an opportunity. But yet everybody say these are horrible fighters and these are guys, who, haters gonna hate, man. That's just what the way it go in the sport. And we'll see now, since Demetrius Andrade, he finally getting him a big name fight on November 25th. And y'all gonna be surprised. I guarantee you, the haters of Demetrius Andrade they're gonna be very upset if he come out on top in this fight. T.O. should be the face of, but hell no, Mr. 18, come on now. Teofimo Lopez should not be the face of boxing. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. Now I ain't saying he far from it. But no, T.O. shouldn't be the face of boxing. I'm not going to say that. I ain't going to roll with that. Yeah, he's really pushing his legacy. I give him credit for that. But, T.O. got to be, real about certain things. Calling himself two-time undisputed champion and things of that nature when he know he's not, he got to stop doing stuff like that. Because T.O. make people not want to take him serious. And, that was one of my things about T.O., before he fought Josh Taylor. I wasn't taking him serious until that fight. It's just a thing that he says and comes out of his mouth with that make you look at T.O. sideways. But one thing about it, once Teofimo Lopez get in that ring, you see what time it is. I forgot what does he call himself? What's his nickname? Teofimo Lopez? The Takeover? Yeah, you really see that he's really serious about taking over. But, it's just the things that flies out of his mouth, his father's mouth. And, 135 is so deep, I don't think it's matter as long as he gets a fight signed. Shakur is top ranked best fighter. He better than T.O. Well, them two even though they're in different weight class, 135 and 140, I'd like to see that fight. But this is the thing, though. And everybody got to admit this. You don't hear nobody calling out Teofimo Lopez. Tell the truth now. I ain't lying. Shame the devil. I don't hear nobody ever come out and really say, I want Teofimo Lopez. I never heard Tank say, I want Teofimo Lopez. I haven't. Even after his losses to Kambosos, his loss at the Kambosos, his tough fight with Sandor Martin, I don't hear people screaming that about him. I think that a focused Teofimo Lopez is a dangerous Teofimo Lopez. A counted out Teofimo Lopez is dangerous. And I just can't wait to see what's going to happen, after. I don't even know if is Teofimo still the WBO champion? Is Teofimo still the WBO champion? Because I would love to see him possibly fight, if Devin Haney beats or Regis Prograis win that fight. I'd love to see them unify. Somebody need to go at Rolly Romero and go ahead and take that belt from him since he out here playing, talking about he injured. And we ain't heard nothing about him being injured, still to this day. But it's a lot of fights at 135. A lot of old heads still out there. Richard Comays, the Nakatanis. I don't know what's going to happen with Lomachenko. We got JoJo Diaz. Like I said, Tevin Farmer coming back to the spotlight. And we'll see. We also got Gary Antoine Russell at 140. So, it's a lot of stacked divisions. There's a lot of fights out there, for us to see. And I can't wait to see them, man. I really can't wait to see them. Also, if you support the channel, easy ain't rich, baby. I had to tell y'all that all the time. If anybody know my cash, y'all post it up on the channel right now. Let people know so they can, know where to go and show your boy Easy some love, But we going to keep it real about this boxing. I tell y'all all the time. I know I not only inform you on boxing, I help you win your cash. I help you win your cash. Easy know what he be talking about, baby. Believe that. So Haney has been shaking lately. He better make sure he go out there and put up a good performance against Regis Prograis, or he really gonna be shaking. I'm telling you. Me being a real boxing fan, I honestly think that Devin Haney can outbox Regis Prograis, but from the footwork of Regis Prograis, but one punch changes everything. One punch, and Regis is a dog. Regis has an old fighter style. You know, he has an old fighter style, like 1930s. He reminds me of Homicide Hank. You know, the way he holds his head down, and, you know, the head movement of Regis Prograis. He got an old style to him. He got an old style to him. Be honest, you mad because T.O. said comments about black people. If I was mad that T.O. said comments about black people, then why would I be saying that he'll beat Tank? Why would I be saying that T.O. is a hell of a fighter? You made yourself sound crazy saying that. Are you 18? Are you Spanish? I don't know what he is, but he just said one of the dumbest comments I ever seen in my damn life. That was very stupid. Before the 31st, before their 31st birthday, man, they dudes need to fight. I mean, you know, they keep, but when we got casual fans out there keep saying that, hey, you know, it'll be a great fight 5 years from now because they don't want to see their favorite fight lose. You know, these boxers are going out here watching. They be on their Twitters and stuff, and that be their excuse. 10 years from now, it'll be a great fight. We don't want to wait 10 years from now to see no great fight between y'all. Y'all ain't even in y'all prime yet. Y'all 30s. Y'all 30-0, 28-0, 29-0. You mean to say we got to wait 5 years for a fight to be lucrative? No, we don't. That's just people. That's just the Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather, Al Heyman business talk, bromance fans talk. That, oh, we gotta let the fight build. No, we do not gotta let the fight build. We ain't gotta let no fight build. Stop with that BS. We ain't got to let the fight build. I get sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired. We want to see the real fight. Yeah, that's the cover up. That's the cover up. We know what's good fights, and we know what we want to see. No, we don't have to wait 10 years, 5 years to see these guys go at it. They almost in their 30s now. I mean, besides Devin and Shakur, Tank already talking about he retiring when he hit 32 or 2 years from now. I don't know if Tank retire you 2 years from now, he ain't going to no Hall of Fame. He don't deserve to go in no Hall of Fame at all. They can hang that up. Ain't no way in hell Gervonta Tank Davis lead the game 2 years from now without fighting Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. You know, like it was back in the day, the Fantastic 4 or 5. You know, because there's plenty of guys out there for him to fight. If he retire with names off that list, he don't deserve to be nowhere near a Hall of Fame fighter, in my opinion. That's just me. That's just me. Like I said, I'm a fan of Tank's. You know, you can't deny his talent. But hell no. Hell no. If all these fighters out there, if they just coming in to get money, they just need to say that, hey, I'm a money fighter. I'm not here for legacy. And people just won't watch you. People just won't watch you. But, you know, due to the fact that people love knockouts and, you know, they could build a fighter up for Tank, then, you know, that's when Tank gets a lot of his competition, you know, gets a lot of his ratings and a lot of his pay-per-view money from. Because a lot of these fans don't know nothing about boxing. You say that Tank ain't fighting nobody. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's that Keith Thurman talk. Man, Keith Thurman my favorite fighter, man, but I don't know what's going on with Keith Thurman. You know, I can't say nothing about, you know, this is what I be saying about when boxers making too much money, man. When boxers are making too much money. Let me get 3 on. They go to making too much money, and then we start lacking on the fights we want to see. You know, I understand boxing is a dangerous sport, but at the same time, you know, if y'all out there, come on, give us what we need, baby. Give us what we need. And we need to see good fights. That's all we asking for. Ain't, you know, we just want to see good, decent fights. That's all. Good, decent matchups. Yeah, I'm straight, bro. Let me see what y'all saying. See what you say. The team keep on doubling down that he's out at 32. Yeah, that's ducking. You know, Floyd used to do the same thing. See, this something people don't like to mention and say about Floyd. Floyd retired because he did the same thing that Devin Haney. Well, Devin Haney just moved to another division, but Floyd Mayweather retired so he didn't have to fight people. That's all that was. Floyd retired so he didn't have to fight certain people. All that retired. See, they giving Tank the same game plan that Floyd Mayweather used. Y'all really think Tank gonna retire in 2 years and not come back to boxing? Y'all really think that? No, that's a game plan. Hey, it's getting too hot. You know, we done made you this amount of money. You here, you there, so this is what we gonna do. We gonna let you, you know, we're gonna say you gonna retire, and then you gonna come back later on, a year and a half later or 2 years later, and then you're gonna start fighting when these guys start getting zeros and losing. But see, his problem is Devin Haney and Shakur younger than him. Yeah, Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson are younger than him, so I don't know what he think he gonna do by trying to retire and run, because by the time he come back, he 32, they gonna be 28, 27. Devin Haney ain't number, what, 24? I'm sure that Shakur Stevenson right behind him, 23. So what you running from? You gonna miss out on all that money because you scared to get a zero. I mean, you scared to lose that zero. Or you might lose that zero, because like I keep saying, Tank is a bad boxer himself. But we just want to see him fight great competition, that's all. That's all. Devin versus no. Devin outboxed the hell out of Isaac Cruz. That ain't no good fight. That's a boring fight. Even the only thing Regis Prograis is gonna make this fight on December the 9th. Regis Prograis is gonna be the one making the fight on December the 9th, y'all. Not Devin Haney. But see, like I keep telling everybody, the blueprint to beating Devin Haney is already out there now. Devin Haney has trouble with southpaws. You take his jab away, Devin Haney is in trouble. I think we all know that's a known fact. You know, I just tell it like it is, man. I'm going to get it to you raw. I think Regis going to hurt Devin Haney. It's going to either be to the body or it's going to be a head shot. I think Devin Haney will go down in that fight. I really do. Oh, you know I'm rolling with Boo Boo, baby. Boo Boo all day when it comes to Benavidez. See, a lot of people looking at it, oh, look what he did to Caleb Plant. Demetrius Andrade ain't no Caleb Plant. Demetrius Andrade is not Caleb Plant. T.O. sleeps Ryan Garcia. We'll have to see, man. We honestly, even though I say that Tank will lose to Teofimo Lopez, we actually won't know until these fights are made, man. So that's why I be going in on it, because, I want to see these fights. We just can't say. Everybody said that Errol Spence would destroy Terrence Crawford, and look what happened. So you just can't go out there and say a fighter will beat a fighter until we see it. But I think that Teofimo will get the best of Tank Davis. I think it will. A lot of people still say that Devin Haney beat, what's his name? Vasil Lomachenko. I don't agree with that. I think Vasil Lomachenko beat Devin Haney. And Devin can't fight in the inside. We never seen Tank have to fight in the inside. You see what I'm saying? So these are fights that we have to see, in order to say somebody's going to win, man. And that's all I'm saying. But I'm going to tell you the truth in my opinion about what I feel about these situations. It's high Georgie. Devin is definitely going to get chin checked, but I want to see Regis winning. I want Regis to win too. I'm not a fan of Devin Haney. At the same time, I never be biased towards him. I never tell y'all a lie about him. But I want to see Regis Prograis knock Devin Haney out. I really do want to see that. I really want to see that. But y'all, we gotta go talk back to the big news for the haters out here. The Terrence Crawford Bomac haters. The kid is out. You know what I'm saying? The real trainer of the year is out. He home. A lot of people was hoping he was gonna get prison time. Especially the Errol Spence fans. What Terrence gonna do without Bomac? What Terrence gonna? People don't think before they talk. This man got 2 other trainers, assistant trainers, and y'all thought that he was gonna go into whatever fight and he wasn't gonna be able to handle his business. That's crazy. That's cray. Yes, sir. He up out of there, man. I ain't got to worry about no jail time, long as he don't go back to the UK and get in no trouble. Which I doubt. I'm sure they're going to be checking luggage like hell. That's if they ever go back over there. If I was Bomac, I would never go back over there. I just had to tell Terrence, hey, you take the other 2 trainers with you. I love you, bro. I cannot make it. I'm not going back over to the UK. But we have yet to hear and see what Bomac is going to say about what happened over there, which I can't wait to see an interview of that. I'm sure a lot of people calling, trying to get interviews with him, and I would love to hear if he was set up or if, he made a mistake and left a gun in there. So, the truth going to come out very soon about that situation. But to all the haters, he's home. Errol gonna get beat up again. Is not going, ain't nothing gonna save that butt whooping that's coming from Terrence Crawford. So y'all be prepared for it. It's coming, baby. Terrence gonna make it do what it do. You can't find a Spence fan. They rare now. They like dinosaur bones. They rare now. You can't find them nowhere. They like Nintendos. You can't find them nowhere in sight. No more Big Fish fans. I don't see nobody talking about the Big Fish no more. None of that. He was the man at one point. Now you see where they ran to. Now they over there talking about boots. I told y'all that was gonna happen though. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling y'all for the longest, you gotta rock with your boy Ease on the truth. He normally bought a gun to the UK, then he definitely don't ever need him to go back. Whether he didn't put it in there or not, I would never go back across that water over there. I don't give a damn who fight. My mama could be fighting in the UK. Mama, you need to go to the UK and I'll see you when you get back. I'm not going over there. But I'm happy that his team showed up. Terrence and other people went over there and showed up for him and, showed him his support. And now he's back home, man. And You know, that's a blessing to have people who love you like that and be in your corner. See, that's why I was saying, you know, as far as these trainers, man, you got to have people that's in your corner that love you, man. You know, this is a dangerous sport. You know, like Charlo going up to fight Canelo, I was his trainer. I would have said, hell no, we not doing that. That's too dangerous. You know, you seen once this man got hit flush, Charlo just went straight down. He couldn't even take the punch. So he ran the rest of the fight. So that show you why weight classes are there. You shouldn't be going up. We respect the challenge, you know, but if you're not going to go out there and you're not going to give your all, and don't go move up for the check, because now you got a loss on your resume for no reason. You weren't even going in there trying to fight or commit to winning that fight. You should have stayed at home, Charlo. You should have went here and fought Tim Tszyu or somebody else. If you was going to go up there and get that type of performance, you know, let it go, man. Don't do that to your fans or to yourself. You know, they said Bomac got robbed before in the UK. So if he did take a gun, you know, it's for his protection. You know, I think he got robbed for his wallet. That's what a subscriber of mine told me. I'm not sure if that's true or not. But they said Bomac was in the UK once before and got robbed. So you never know. You never want that feeling to happen to you again. You know, in a situation where you can't defend yourself. So he probably did, you know, take the gun, or it probably was stashed on him. But that's the whole point of hearing an interview or getting to talk to him and understand, you know, what happened. You know, y'all, we got 4 minutes left on this video. You know what I'm saying? Please donate to the channel. Show your boy Easy some love. Hit them like buttons. You know, make sure you hit them like buttons. Share the videos. Share the videos. Please share the videos. But I think, you know, my main point of this video was, you know, about the Shakur Stevenson and the Leigh Woods fight. You know, that was a good fight. I like how Leigh Woods was composed. Smart fighter. You know, I guess them losses then taught him a lot in the ring. So I like to see more Leigh Woods. I like to see him go against Gary Russell Jr. You know, where is Leo Santa Cruz? Where the hell is Leo Santa Cruz? You know, since his knockout to Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, I don't know how much he got paid, but he said, I ain't coming back to the ring for nothing. And I would like to see him get in the ring, you know, bring back some more, you know, good fights. You know, Caleb Plant saying that he want his rematches with Canelo and Benavidez for what? You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, respect to Caleb Plant. He a G, though. You know, he slapped dudes for fun. You know what I'm saying? Jamel Charlo said that he will mother kill Caleb Plant. Well, you didn't do that day he slapped you. You know, it's easy to come out and say what you would do when you had the opportunity to do something and you did nothing. You know, and both of the brothers have been slapped too. Jerry Hurd slapped Jamel. You know, I just saw a video of Teofimo Lopez training. I just saw a video of T.O. training, bro. I can't say, you know, that, you know what I'm saying, T.O. is fat. I ain't seen it. But, you know, probably you've been watching more than me. I'm going to have to check it out and look for myself. Well, y'all, we got 1 more minute left, man. 1 more minute left. I just had to get on, let y'all know Easy back. We're going to keep rocking. And if I make a video or I come on live, I'm going to give y'all something. You know what I'm saying? Thank everybody for tuning to my videos, showing me support. And I just thank y'all. You know, just stay tuned to the channel, man. Stay tuned to the channel. We're going to keep it rocking like a cut-off stocking in the penitentiary trying to get waves. You understand me? We ain't going to never stop. Ever. Salute, Bill Boots Camp. Thank you, my brother. We finna go and get up out of here, man. Y'all watch the video if you just coming on. Share the videos. Like, comment. You know what I'm saying? I thank y'all for y'all support. This your boy Easy Work. I'm out.